What is going on, Cucker Fucker Nation? Shout out to those of you who get that reference. If you know, you know. But let's just get straight to the point. My mysterious, nonchalant, obscure title to this video, which is unfortunately going to be very chalant and probably pretty boring. But for those of you who keep up with my stream and content know that I've been on some 808 shit lately. And for my old heads who don't know what that means is that I've been a crash out. I've been lashing out on some people who don't deserve it, and some who do a little bit, but I won't name drop. Ghostin'. Just kidding. Not really. But unbeknownst to probably most of you is that I have kind of a valid reason for this crash out. About 6 months ago, my mother passed away, and the way she passed away is what makes it even worse, is that she ended her own life. And I was the unfortunate person to find her. And the reason I'm making this video is because I think that I am at rock bottom right now. And the reason I say this is because last night I went out to drink with some coworkers and my sister's boyfriend in celebration of him graduating college. What a fucking nerd, by the way. But I ended up getting shit-faced drunk and crying at the bar at 3 a.m. in front of a ton of strangers on the phone with my sister about how bad I've been struggling. And I was even reassured by a random girl by the bathroom who was telling me over and over that it's not my fault, which kind of felt like deja vu in the moment because that is the exact thing I had to say to both my sisters when I had to tell them about our mother's death. And this isn't supposed to be what this video is about, so I'm going to try and wrap this segment up quickly so I can get to the point. But things have been especially hard on me because I do not have anyone there for me. And I don't mean that I don't have any family or friends, but I don't have anyone especially close to me. I don't know my father, my stepdad has basically disowned us, and in fact the last time that I talked to him was when I called him after finding my mom dead. Anyways, fuck that guy, but basically what I'm trying to say is that despite all of this and everything I'm going through, being at rock bottom doesn't feel how rock bottom has felt in the past. And I think that's because of all the diversity and shit that I've been through. I've learned how to cope better. And the old me probably would have tried to do something to myself by this point. Because that's what hit so hard about my mom's death, is that I am a person who has been through the depths of depression. After breaking up with my long-term ex-girlfriend a few years ago and having to move back in with my mother, I tried to kill myself. And it was actually my mom who admitted me into a psych ward involuntarily. But after her death and seeing what suicide does to the people around you, I vowed to never do that to myself or the people I care about. But now, the point of this video before I get carried away any further. I think after my mom's death, I wasn't able to process what was happening, so I just jumped into streaming and content creation so hard that I forgot about everything else and stopped taking care of myself. My mental has been on a really bad decline for a while now, and I fully realized that last night after crying in the middle of a bar, shit-faced drunk, that I was doing some shit my mom has done countless times. A lot of my recent videos and content are rage bait to get views, and it's funny because it's almost like karma, because my mental has been so bad lately that I've been rage baiting myself. Someone will come into my stream and sometimes even unintentionally say something that pisses me off so bad that I crash out on them, and I feel like I've been doing that so much lately that I will just sit there and wait for someone to say something in my chat so I can just yell at them or whatever. The point is that my dream and absolute passion is streaming and content creation, and that's something I want to do full time and as a career. But every time I gain momentum, I tunnel vision my shit so hard that I stop taking care of myself, and my mental declines, and I either post something stupid or say something stupid, and ruin all that momentum I put so much effort into building up, and I've been repeating that cycle for about 3 years now. The difference is this time, though, is that I'm aware of it. Well, I think I've always been subconsciously aware of it, but I'm actually going to do something about it. I've noticed that every time I'm doing well, streaming-wise, is when I'm feeling good and energetic and being a positive person to my chat, someone entertaining. Crazy, right? My problem is because of my mental state right now, it is incredibly hard for me to consistently be that way. And if I want to actually make this delusional dream of mine come true, I need to do it right. I have this idea of who I want to be in my head, someone that is dependable, outgoing, positive, and drama-free, someone that you can say only good things about, and someone that, like, people enjoy being around. Maybe I just watch too much anime because I know that sounds a little unrealistic, but I feel like last year, right before my mom died, I was the closest I've ever been to being that person. I was really working on myself, I was eating healthy, exercising, hanging out with my friends, touching grass. I think I need to do more of that. I was doing daily affirmations in the morning, I would try to compliment strangers, and I was the happiest I've ever been in a long time. In fact, I was in the middle of doing the 75 hard challenge. I was actually less than 2 weeks away from finishing it when my mom died, and then I just stopped. I stopped doing everything. I stopped working out, dieting, I started smoking and drinking again, I was self-isolating, slowly becoming more and more toxic to the point of me making this video. But it's funny because I think that my mom died at that specific time for a reason. I think that the universe or whatever knew that if this happened to me at any other time, I would not have been able to handle it and I would not have been able to be there for my sisters. And I haven't been lately. As their older brother, I feel like I have been depending on them more than they depend on me lately, and that's not okay, so starting today, I'm gonna make the change. I'm taking a step away from streaming to work on myself, so that when I come back, I will hopefully be this version of myself, or as close to it as I can be. I'm not exactly sure how long this will take, maybe a few weeks, months, I don't know. But I'll still be posting videos, just not as much as I do right now. I actually want to take this time to focus more on long-form content, specifically YouTube, as that's what I've always wanted to do since I was a wee lad back before TikTok and everything else existed. So for those of you who know me and have unfortunately dealt with my raging path of anger firsthand, this is my apology to you because I don't have the emotional maturity to personally apologize to any of you right now, whether you deserved it or not. And for those of you wondering what streamer you're going to watch while I'm gone, I can only recommend the second best streamer in the world. Second to me, of course, Ghost in IRL. This guy is such a genuine dude, and I've only known him for a year, but this guy has been there for me in this last year more than some people I know in real life, so thank you, Ghostin. Mr. David! I only see you doing big things in the future, and I want to let you know that you have so much potential, bro, so please lock the fuck in and get a grip. But for right now, chat, goodbye. I will see you guys soon. I'm going to go do what I should have been doing, and what a lot of you guys need to go do, and touch some fucking grass.